I wish we were back at the Snyders. It's definite nothing's changed out here. There, I can have you in my room. My house, Mom won't let you. Just seem a lot freer about things out there.
Like what?
Hey, you eavesdropping on me?
How come you're not in school?
I didn't feel like going to school. Actually, I took a walk and I just ended up out here.
I liked having you a lot better at the farm, too.
Why is that?
Because there we were equals. Here I'm just the hired help. How about a lesson?
A lesson in what?
Trig. What else?
I'm not up to a lesson in trig right now.
Well, then what are you up to?
Why are you making fun of me? You never did this at the farm. I come out here and then you got this stupid smile on your face again.
Because maybe I like being the boss and feeling that whatever you do is for me.
I am not your slave, Holden.
No?
No.
Say it.
Say what?
That you're my slave. Say it. Nope. Not until you say it. Then you can have whatever you want.
I'm so glad that we didn't sign anything with the Andropolis Construction Company.
Yes, but you don't understand, Mrs. Walsh. I gave my word to Steve. I promised those projects to him.
Doesn't matter. He can have some other jobs. It's important to me that these go to Pickford Channing.
But why?
Because I want them to, and I don't have to give a reason because I own the company. Someday when you own the company, you won't have to give a reason. My son-in-law, next in line. Not that I'm going to retire to a farm, charm the birds off the trees or anything, but someday you're next.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to stop for gas. How's Lily?
I couldn't tell you. She just dropped her things off and went off to school. Let's say goodbye.
Well, that's too bad. With you working from home, I thought you'd have more time with her.
Yes, I hope I will. Now, I have to go to the bank this morning to see Ed Brewster. Would you get him on the phone, please, and see if it's convenient now?
Can I take my coat off first?
If you must. You like that, but future head of Walsh Enterprises.
Well, I see you have a big new job with Alan Harris's firm in Chicago.
Oh.
That's very impressive.
Oh, that one fell through.
Oh?
Yeah. It was promised to me, but then they got a lower bid from somebody. So.
Well, it is hard. You small outfits having to compete with the larger construction companies.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even a case of fair play. I mean, they just deliberately undercut me to get even. But the Walsh jobs are locked in.
I'm glad to hear
promise
it.
you.
But, of course, I'll have to check on that before I okay the new deal. Oh, excuse me. Yes, Mary? Yes, by all means, put her on.
Should I go now?
Yes, Jane, what can I do for you?
Hello, Mr. Brewster. Mrs. Walsh would like to come in and see you this morning, if that's at all possible.
Oh, tell her to come in any time. Oh, by the way, is she there now? Good. Would you put her on, please, for a second?
He wants to talk to you.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How's yourself?
I'm pretty fair. Is there some problem about me coming in to see you?
Not at all. I just wanted to ask you a quick question. I have Steve Andropoulos here with me now, and he says he's going to be doing some work for you.
No, actually. Mr. Andropoulos is being premature. I've just assigned those jobs to a larger firm.
I see.
Turns. This portion brought to you today by today's all-temperature cheer. 3 temperatures, 1 great clean. And by Mr. Clean. For a clean so shiny, you have to ask, is it wet or is it dry?
Jane, You never listen.
What?
I said you never listen.
Sorry, Mom, I wasn't listening.
You were going to wash all your grungy soccer gear in the same temperature, right?
Right.
Wrong.
But the mud's the same.
But the clothes are different.
So?
So, Cheer listens. Why don't you?
It listens to what?
To your clothes. They ask for different temperatures. See, the short's in hot, the jacket in warm, and the shirt in cold, or it fades.
I need 3 detergents?
No, just one. All temperature Cheer. See? Hot, warm, cold.
This grunge and cold? Come on, Mom.
Wayne, listen to your mother. See, your shorts, your jacket, how about that shirt?
Where's the mud?
Now will you listen?
Hey, Mom!
3 temperatures, 1 great clean. That's today's all-temperature cheer.
Who leaves a shine so shiny you have to ask?
Is it wet?
No, it's dry.
A shine so shiny you have to ask.
Is it wet?
Nope, it's dry.
Who leaves a shine without streaking, without rinsing?
So convincing.
Is it wet? Is it dry? You know the answer, you know the guy.
Mr. Clean's the man.
Mr. Clean is the man behind that shine. Is it wet or is it dry?
This is little Tony. Bring the camera in close, honey, so the folks can see him. Cute, isn't he? We love chocolate chip cookies. So when those packaged soft cookies came out, we tried them. They were good, but no rave reviews. But now Duncan Hines is making baking history. They're baking them like Pearl would. Look at this. Honey, I'm talking about a whole new cookie. I'm talking love. Look at that. Look at those ingredients. Soft, luscious morsels of chocolate. Just compare the other soft cookies with new Duncan Hines. You can see for yourself. Believe Pearl, honey. Brand new Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookies taste better than all the rest. And I'm talking pure ecstasy. Sweetheart, Pearl is talking love. Woo.
Well, thanks for the information, Lucinda. I'll see you shortly.
What did she say?
Well, I hate to have to tell you this, Steve, but she's assigned those jobs to another firm.
What? Finally, her son-in-law promised me those jobs, and he works with her. I mean, very closely.
Look, all I can tell you is what she told me.
Well, there's got to be some kind of a mix-up, so I will straighten it out. But even if it's true, I've got other prospects.
Look, Steve, in light of your outstanding loans with the bank, I just can't approve of a new one.
You know, but that would mean that I would have to stop work on my new house. And I mean, the framing has already started. I can't let it sit there and rot.
Well, all I can say to you is, once you get some signed contracts for some new jobs, bring them right back here.
Well, wait, I got a new idea. All right, I gave you the cabin and the property that it's on as collateral on the original loan, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's got to be worth more now. So couldn't you extend the loan on the basis of that?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send a man out to look it over, and I'll get back to you. Fair enough?
Okay, thank you. If my wife or her grandmother are there, would you please tell him not to mention this?
Don't worry. We'll be discreet. Best of luck, Steve. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some other people waiting to see me.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Brewster. I'll talk to you soon. Go right.
Goodbye.
I'm not going to play your little games, Holden.
It's no game. Just say the magic words and all your worries will disappear.
Holden, it is 1986. Nobody's anyone's slave anymore.
Maybe they don't call it that, but your ma has all sorts of slaves. And there's my ma. She's a slave to the farm because she works 20 hours a day.
Okay, all right,
and there's...
fine. That's great. That's fine and dandy, but it has nothing to do with me.
Well, maybe I should give you a little refresher course.
Holden!
In here, Miss Sierra.
Lily. Hi.
Hey, why aren't you in school?
I couldn't face up to it. Not after my wonderful homecoming.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Like, I don't want to make excuses for anyone, but Lily, people are different. And our mother's not going to change overnight. I've got an idea. I've got the whole morning off, so why don't you spend it with me? Your sister, huh? We go ride on this glorious spring day.
Great, I'd like that a lot.
Good. Well, I'll just tell your mother, so... Our mother.
No, really.
So she doesn't worry about you, okay?
She's not going to worry about me, Sierra. She'll just get angry with me.
Lily, I think you ought to try to meet her halfway.
That's funny. That's what I've always says to me. Holden, will you saddle Max for me, please?
Your slave will do whatever you command.
What was that all about?
Holden? Holden was just trying to be funny.
Huh. He has a sense of humor. Makes me even more attractive.
I don't know how I'm going to explain this to Steve. You see, we've become good friends.
We have? With your background, Tonio, I find that exceedingly odd.
Why? Steve and Betsy are Sierra's closest friends here.
Betsy Andropoulos was formerly married to Craig Montgomery.
Excuse me, Mrs. Walsh. It's the secretary to the principal calling. She wants to know if Lily's out sick.
Lily didn't go to school?
Apparently not. And she missed a few days before spring break. Tell her that Lily's got a cold or something, and she'll be in for sure tomorrow. Miss Peters, Lily's out with a cold, but she'll definitely be in tomorrow. You're welcome. Do you want me to try and locate Lily?
No, I don't. I want you to talk to the cook. Tell her to cook up everything that's Lily's favorite dish, all right? We'll have you and Sierra, you can come to supper, right? We can have a family supper tonight.
Yes,
all right. Go tell the cook. Family supper for 4 people. Oh, God, I'm watching it. I'm watching it.
I beg your pardon.
I was just thinking aloud, Tony. I'm sorry. Would you? Thank you. You know, I have to be a better mother. I have to be more conventional and, you know, mother. I don't know, to Lily. Oh, she's growing up so fast. Before I know it, she'll be gone.
I've never seen you like this. Are you all right?
I'm all right. You don't know me. It's just hard sometimes, you know, you have to do everything that you have to do in life and not know if there's anyone going to be there for you when you come home.
I understand. What you must trust is that Lily loves you. You must believe that.
No more excuses for spots.
Spots? The kids probably unloaded the dishwasher.
Maybe she air-dried the dishes.
I think she borrowed them. Louise, these are a little...
I air-dried these dishes.
No more excuses for spots. New improved Cascade fights spots better than ever. Under tough conditions like air drying, other leading brands can leave spots. Cascade's advanced sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. Let's start this dinner over with new improved Cascade.
I'm starving. What's for dinner?
Everything looks wonderful.
She must have worked all day.
Louise, this is beautiful.
Even when you air dry, there's no excuse for spots with new improved Cascade, regular or lemon scent.
Soon there'll be 1,000 kids here hollering, cheering, and eating. Eating everything that comes down the aisle. But soon, some of them won't be feeling too well. Whether it's John's nausea or Susie's tummy ache, the one that coats is the only one they need. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, it relieves heartburn, upset stomach, even relieves diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts, the one that coats is the only one you need.
I'm the first to leave my bed. Gotta get 'em dressed and fed. Give 'em all a little peck and some Citrus Hill Select. It's a healthy little potion, one that gets 'em all in motion. From the taste right to the vitamin C. Every single glass I pour has a day supply and more. Citrus Hill Select gets their juices flowing, and their day gets going, and their juices get flowing. Citrus Hill Select is squeezed from the heart. That's where Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing. Citrus Hill Select gets your juices flowing.
Oh, darling, there you are. What perfect timing. We were just talking. It's Lily's first night home tonight, and we have decided that we're going to have a family dinner.
Great. Speaking of Lily, I don't mean to be rude, but she doesn't feel like you two got off on a very good start this morning.
Darling, I'm perfectly aware of that.
Great. Well, anyway, she's down at the stables, and we're going to go for a ride.
You two? The two of you are going for a ride?
Yeah.
Oh. You give her a big hug from me and tell her I promise I'm going to make it up.
I'll try.
I'm afraid I've been feeling a little bit sorry for myself. With your dear, nice husband, and he's been kind. I didn't know that about his character before.
Your mother is the most complex person I've ever met. And for the first time, I saw her feeling frightened and alone. I guess underneath all that armor, there really is a woman inside.
Yeah, she's complex, all right. Tonio, just be careful. Sometimes she uses her vulnerability to get things.
Oh, I understand that, but I sympathize with her loneliness. I knew it once, before I was lucky enough to become your husband. Now I have someone that I can share my life with.
Thanks. Thanks, Tom. Thanks. Betsy, listen,
Yeah.
if you can really get this McDougal poured out by tomorrow, I'm in great shape, okay?
We will be finished with the alterations by this time tomorrow.
Hey.
Great.
Hallelujah. Terrific.
Keeping Steve.
Huh?
Greg?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I want to talk to you, hi, Betsy, about a few things for the new fashion show.
What's up?
Since this one's going to be my baby, I thought maybe that I could narrate to start with.
That's fine with me.
Good.
Listen, you want some coffee or something?
No, I'll get it myself. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi. Look, I'm really sorry about last night. I had no idea that Marco was going to be stopping by. I was just so concerned about you after you left Promises. I just wanted to stop by your house and make sure that you were all right, Tom.
Barbara, you and booze are a lethal combination for me.
I know that you blame me for all of this, Tom.
I blame myself. So does Margot.
Look, a woman who is determined to divorce her husband doesn't stop by his house at midnight to pick up her clothes, does she?
Actually, I suppose I should blame Jerry Halpern for all this.
Jerry, why?
It's his special reserve brandy on top of all that champagne that got me into trouble in New York.
Oh, look, I'm sure he doesn't even remember it.
Probably not. But if I go to New York like I think I'll have to, I think I'll take him out for lunch and remind him.
I hope you're kidding.
Only halfway.
Look, Tom, I think it's about time that we really cool things with Jerry.
Why?
Well, I'm beginning to resent the enormous percentage that he's taking from the profits of Simply Barbara. So I think maybe I'm going to dump him at the end of the first contract year.
Barbara, Jerry gave you your first big break. If it hadn't been for him willing to take a chance on a new designer, you wouldn't...
Well, so what, Tom? I've talked to the biggest men in the industry, and any one of them is willing to take me on with half of Jerry's percentage. And I've also thought about building a small factory to manufacture the line myself.
You're incredible.
I hope that's a compliment.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi there. I'm sorry I am so late. I was so delayed at the shop. But I wouldn't give for a cup of coffee.
I'll get it for you, Lisa.
Oh, thank you. Tom, darling, I want you to know that I was just so terribly upset when I heard you sounding so miserable on the phone this morning.
Yeah, well, I hate feeling this way, Mom.
Oh, darling.
You look like you've been through the mill.
Mom, where's the school? What's wrong?
Mom, I love Margot more than ever, and I just won't accept that I've lost her.
So I was wondering if you could stop by and see her this morning.
Well, thanks, Audrey. I really appreciate that. Bye-bye.
Bob, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but is Kim all right?
Well, she was very tired this morning, and her stomach was upset. I just thought it was a good idea for Audrey to stop by and check her over.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just good old-fashioned morning sickness or something.
I hope it's as simple as that. I tell you, the stress she's under because of this investigation.
Yeah, well, it's better that you check it out, right?
Because I'll feel a lot more relaxed once the results of the amniocentesis is in. Just your run-of-the-mill expectant father. Hello, Margot. How are you?
Hi, Bob. Mama.
Listen, I talked to Tom last night, and he was in pretty bad shape. Have you talked to him lately?
Yes, I talked to him twice last night. He came by the yacht. He'd had a bit too much to drink. A lot too much to drink. And then I saw him later when I went to the cottage to pick up the rest of my things.
Margot, I've tried to stay out of this, but have you two even considered counseling?
It's too late for that, Bob.
I can't believe that.
Believe it. I've just been in touch with my attorney. I want him to go full speed ahead with the divorce process. Excuse me.
Benihana introduces Oriental Lights, restaurant entrees under 300 calories. But it's not just under 300 calories. It's chicken and spicy garlic sauce. It's not just under 300 calories. It's beef with mushrooms. It's not just under 300 calories. It's seafood supreme. It's not just under 300 calories. It's Oriental-style shrimp, and it tastes as good as it looks. Benihana Oriental Lights, for people who love to eat, but hate to show it.
In a perfect world, every stain would be seen and reported. But in the real world, most stains go unreported. Right through the wash and into your dryer, where they could be set for life. But add Biz Bleach to your detergent, and you have a strong second line of defense to catch many unreported stains and remove them before it's too late. In an imperfect world, pin your hopes on this. Unreported stains can't get by Biz.
They auctioned off my pine, your daddy bought it. That's when I first met him. I love that story, Mama.
And I love your cooking, honey.
Well, Crisco's what makes it taste so special. That pie looks real tempting. Wait till you try it. The filling is rich and chocolatey, but nothing makes my crust flakier than Crisco. That just melts in my mouth. And Crisco has no cholesterol. Now, honey, what will you bid for seconds?
Is that enough?
Wow. Crisco will do you proud every time.
Friday, a startling discovery leads two innocent victims to a special corner of the Twilight Zone. Then on Dallas, JR wins Sue Ellen back, but a better offer might change his mind.
Can you blame me?
And on Falcon Crest,
Stay away from my wife.
an obsession grows, and even Angela's touch.
What are you, a hitman?
Friday.
Hi. Sorry I'm a little late.
That's all right. That's all right. Sure.
Oh, hi, baby.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Oh, I was, actually, I was checking up some new jobs.
Oh, speaking of new jobs, when do you start for Lucinda?
Oh, any day.
Oh, guess what? Craig's reserved a table for us for the opening with Sierra and Tony.
Great, great. And I tell you what, give us 2 bottles of your most expensive champagne, okay?
Pushy.
Okay, let's see where we are.
So what's going on?
What do you mean?
Well, you're throwing money around. It usually means that something's wrong.
No, nothing.
Steve, would you be honest with me? I mean, I've been honest with you.
Okay, I went by the bank, and Ed Brewster said no to the second loan because Lucinda Walsh gave the job to somebody else.
Great. Do you think that she gave the job to Ted Channing?
I can't believe that he would be interested in those jobs. They're too small.
Listen, I got an idea. Why don't I go by the bank and talk to Mr. Brewster, because he holds the loans, you know, for the farm and the mortgage?
No, no, I don't want that.
Please, swallow your pride for once. Let me do it. Come on. I mean, what have we got to lose, right?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Hey, Iva, are you leaving?
Yeah, I got an errand to run for...
Let's talk to you for a second. Is Steve hiding something from Betsy?
Oh, why do you say that?
Because she thinks that he is.
Lucinda Walsh just gave away the jobs that Tonio promised Steve.
Great.
Yeah. Listen, I gotta get going. I'll see you later.
Hey, partner, you're never gonna believe this.
What?
Lucinda's secretary just called, and guess what? She has reserved a table here for opening night of our new establishment. And she, not only that, she wants the best table because they're going to be entertaining some contractor from the West Coast.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Lisa. I think it's time I had a little chat with Nat's boss.
Oh, Sarah, look, the snow's melted over there from the sun, and the grass is starting to grow up. It's great. Oh, yeah. On a day like this, I feel like everything could have a new beginning. Yeah, you're right. You know, Sierra, when you first came back from San Francisco, I was really worried about you. But you seem so much happier now.
I am. And I have a lot to be grateful for. Making peace with our mother. I'm in college, and Tonio and I are working real hard in our marriage.
Oh, I'm so happy for you, you know that. I really am. Yeah. It's just, it's hard for me to forget how much you love Craig.
Yeah, well, that's in the past now, Lily.
I just don't understand how you can forget about somebody so quickly that you love so much.
Strictly between us. You can't. I still love Craig. To not love him would be emotionally impossible for me. But I love Tonio in a different way. Now, the life that I will have with Tonio is different than the way it would have been with Craig, but that's just how it goes.
Sierra, if I tell you something, will you promise not to tell anybody else?
Yeah, I promise.
I'm having a very hard time lately dealing with my feelings for Dusty.
Oh, no. Did you two have a fight?
No, it wasn't a fight. It's nothing like that at all. It's... I feel, attracted to Holden. Are you in shock?
No. No, not at all. He's certainly good looking, and he's very different from Dusty.
Yeah, he's different from Dusty. He's different from anyone I've ever met. It scares me sometimes, you know.
Why?
Well, these feelings I have for him, they're just, sometimes they can be so overwhelming. I care about Dusty so much, I don't want to hurt him or lose him. How can I handle it when I feel so strongly for Holden?
Oh. You have to be very careful. See, Lily, you're old enough now to have very strong physical feelings for someone. And I'd hate to see you give in to them, you know, without knowing how to deal with the consequences.
Did it ever happen to you? I mean, when you were my age?
Well, no, but that's because I lived in a very sheltered environment, completely different from your world.
Can I ask you a really personal question?
Sure.
Well, now that you're married to Tonio, do you, still feel attracted to Craig?
Yep, every time I'm around him.
What do you do about it?
Nothing. Just, keep it to myself.
Oh, boy. I'm glad I'm not the only one around here who has these weird feelings.
They're not weird. Believe me, you're not alone. Oh.
Foreclose on the Snyders? Lucinda, I know what a brilliant businesswoman you are, but I don't think you've taken the time to acquaint yourself with some of the problems that our farmers are facing today.
Ed, I own a newspaper and I read it. I'm aware of the problem.
Well, then you should understand why I would be more patient with a farmer like Emma Snyder with some other account.
Well, you're very nice, and I see your sympathetic attitude, darling, but I think it's misplaced in a banker.
Well, would you have me foreclose on every farmer who's behind on their mortgage payments? Lucinda, you and I sit down to 3 meals a day. What would we eat if all the farmers like Emma Snyder would be driven from their land? Hmm?
Well, Ed, now that I am aware of this problem, I have to tell you that I am seriously considering taking my pension accounts to a less sympathetic banker.
Is that a threat?
No, not yet.
Presenting the adventures of Mighty Dog. There's mutiny on the Bounty. The crew wants pure beef, not byproducts and fillers. Don't give up the ship. It's Mighty Dog to the rescue. Guardian of Outspace, he brings Mighty Dog beef for dogs. With only eating brand that's beef, pure beef, and no animal byproducts. And as the crew treasures the great taste of pure beef, it's clear sailing for Mighty Dog.
The special richness of Folgers crystals. Enjoy the same richness in decaffeinated Folgers crystals, made from Folgers mountain-grown coffee. The only decaffeinated with Folgers' rich aroma and those dark, sparkling crystals that burst into Folgers' deep, rich flavor.
That is rich.
Enjoy mountain-grown decaffeinated Folgers crystals.
Today's subject is chips.
Chips? I love chips. I've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
The fever
for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste. It's the crispy crunch. That's Pringles crispy bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste.
It's the crispy crunch.
You catch the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Fried taste Pringles.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Rich, Delicious, Mountain-Grown Folgers Crystals and by Pringles Potato Chips, regular, light, rippled, cheesums, and sour cream and onion. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
In the heat of the day.
You sorry you came here tonight?
One woman hopes.
This has really been wonderful. I didn't realize how much I'd missed it.
Another woman dreams.
I think maybe I'll surprise him, you know. Romantic candlelight dinner for two at his place.
On the young and the restless.
This is CBS. Meet Lotta Litter. Not a pretty sight. Clean up Lotta Litter. You'll be amazed. Call now to volunteer.
Around here, the early bird gets the Eggo. Gently put in the Eggo as not to arouse any sleeping taste buds. Cleverly divert its delicious aroma from filling their dreams with crisp golden Eggo waffles. Hi, Dad. What's for breakfast? Nothing. And I can have this?
Let go my Eggo. Eggo waffles from Kellogg's, part of this nutritious breakfast.
Gently put in the Eggo.
I just made a pledge, not for money, but for something more important, my time.
I volunteered to work with the Arthritis Foundation. I enjoy the time I spend working with my friends there. Take time to watch The Spirit of Oklahoma at Volunteer Telethon from 7 to 9 p.m. Thursday, April 10th on KOTV Channel 6.
Find out about the volunteer opportunities available and call in to make your pledge.
Remember, volunteering is the spirit of Oklahoma.
Volunteer, Tulsa. Call the Volunteer Action Center.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Miss Snyder.
Miss Walsh, I have to ask you a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just heard that Steve lost those jobs that you promised him.
Oh, I'm terribly
Did
sorry.
they go to Bickford Channing?
Oh, now that you ask, since I know you're so well acquainted with Tad Channing, you'll be happy to hear they did.
Knock, knock, knock. Do you have a minute, Mr. Brewster?
Miss Snyder, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Hi.
Thank you. I didn't realize you knew Mrs. Walsh.
Oh, not very well. Actually, my brother works for her, and her daughter stayed out at our farm while she was in hospital.
Oh, I see. Well, now, what can I do for you this morning?
Actually, I'd like to make a mortgage payment for my mother.
Oh, fine.
It's not very much.
Well, every little bit helps. You know, I think it's wonderful the way you children are helping your mother out.
Yes, things are going very well. Very, very well. Here you go.
Thank you.
Was Mrs. Walsh asking questions about my mother's farm?
Miss Snyder, I couldn't discuss something like that with Mrs. Walsh any more than I could give you an account of her finances.
Thank you. You just answered my question. Good day.
Baby, is Ivor back yet?
No. Listen, see, what's going on around here? I've been feeling everybody knows something I don't. Is it Tad Channing business more important than I'm led to believe, or?
What, did Ivor say something to you?
No, she didn't say anything. She doesn't have to. What's going on?
Nothing.
Come on, now. I know you better than that. What is it?
All right. Lisa, just to prove to you that nothing is wrong, okay? Come here. Do you know that fur coat that Betsy modeled here a couple of months ago?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think, yeah.
All right, I want you to gift wrap it for her so she can wear it at the reopening.
Dave, it's the middle of April. It's not the time to buy fur.
Oh, you're mistaken, my dear, because if you want to buy a fur, this is the time because they're all on sale.
All right, there you have it. All right, then you can put it in storage, baby. You can wear it next fall.
Yeah. Let me make sure our new girl there with the shop doesn't sell it.
Okay, and I got another surprise for you.
I think you're going off the deep end.
No. It's the last time you're gonna drive that old Jeep, all right? I went by Gardner Motors yesterday, and in the showroom, I saw this little car. It's got your name all over
Now
it.
we have to think about this now.
No, we don't have to think about it.
Come on, don't be silly, Betsy. Take advantage of this mood while it lasts.
I'm afraid this mood's going to land us in the poorhouse.
No, not a chance. Now, get your coat. Get your coat. I am gonna take you out to see our new mansion.
I think it's time to call the men in white coats to come take you away.
No, there is not a chance. Why, just because I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have a wife like you and I want to start showing you?
Okay, I want you to take that coat, put it in a beautiful box, put a great big bow on it, and put Mrs. Andropoulos on the front, okay?
There. Huh? You still think I'm worried about money? Come on, let's go.
I could lose my job if she heard me say this, but I can tell Lucinda misses you like crazy.
Oh, yeah, sure. With the new son-in-law in line to take over the throne. How's Lily?
I haven't seen her this morning, but I understand she was upset.
Really?
She skipped school and went riding with Sierra.
Great. I'll try to catch up to her later.
Oh, good.
Look who's here. Oakdale's newest restaurateur. Calling on me, drinking my drinks. Not in Mona Lisa.
Oh, very good. How did you find out about the man?
Oh, that'd be pretty dumb not to think that news like that wouldn't get around.
No. Not dumb, just cautious, because I know how much you wanted it.
No, I wouldn't touch that place. The 10-foot pole. Not after the bad publicity I've given it.
Well, I wanted to thank you for that, because the reservations are pouring in faster than we can handle.
Oh, yeah, curiosity. Well, they want to see it. They won't come back a second.
No, well, we'll see. But, you know, I didn't want to fence with you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, because I need to exercise my muscles.
Ooh. Can we talk privately?
Sure we can. Jane, thank you.
Mm.
No, don't. There isn't anything that you could say to me that you can't say in front of Tonio. Unless, of course, it's something very personal.
Why don't I make a few phone calls?
No! Sit. Get on with it.
Okay. I want to know why you were nigged on the job offer that Tonio gave to Steve Andropoulos.
Oh, because I gave it to a better construction company.
Yeah, he's one of the best, and he doesn't need to take crumbs. Unless, of course, he's just out to hurt Steve.
Why on earth would he be out to do that?
Well, I'll tell you why, Lucinda. Because Iva Snyder used to work for Tad Channing, and now Iva works for Steve.
Because of Iva Snyder? Oh, Iva Snyder. She worked round the clock. For Tad Channing. Maybe she's working round the clock for Steve. You go out with her, don't you?
She's good, isn't she? Very good. Look, please, okay? Please. Just lay off. Steve and Betsy are a friend of mine, and I just don't think that they need to be hurt because of some personal vendetta.
I love to watch you be sincere. and beg. This guy left me flat with no notice, and I love watching you grovel over measly, nasty, teeny little jobs like this.
They're not to Steve. What about you, huh? What about you? Doesn't this affect your sense of honor here? Didn't you give your word to Steve Andropoulos? How does that make you feel when Lucinda makes a fool out of you?
I don't question Mrs. Walsh's decisions.
Very good. That's very good. You're going to go far with that attitude. Boy, you two are perfect for each other.
I quite agree. I'm very proud of my son-in-law.
I bet. I should have known better than to appeal to your better side. Listen, I don't think you have one.
Craig, no. I might throw one of those jobs to Andropoulos Construction if you would just grovel a teeny bit more for us.
Here comes the diet soft drink you've been thirsting for.
I believe in reaching out to be my best. I believe in a taste different from the rest.
The taste they're reaching for is Crystal Light Diet Soft Drink Mix. The lighter, refreshing taste.
Wait a minute.
Hey, what are you doing?
Go on.
Telling everyone the news.
You mean that Crystal Light has that lighter, refreshing taste?
Right. In fact, it even outsold Tab and Diet 7-Up.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And now Crystal Light is offering a delicious free sample. Just grab a pencil and send your name and address to Crystal Light, P.O. Box 1986, Irwin, Illinois, 60912.
Now back to the commercial.
How'd I do?
Okay.
Crystal Light, the lighter, refreshing taste that goes down easy, doesn't fill you up. 100% NutraSweet. All these natural flavors in just 4 calories.
I believe in Crystal Light, 'cause I believe in me.
These are the hands of an arthritic, hands that know painful stiffness. This is arthritis pain formula from the makers of Anacin, now with new maximum strength caplets that give hours of relief from minor arthritis pain.
I have arthritis, but it doesn't have me.
Now you can relieve inflamed hemorrhoidal tissue with the oxygen action of Preparation H. It accelerates absorption of pure oxygen to help shrink swelling of inflamed hemorrhoidal tissue, as it often relieves pain and itch for hours. Preparation H with oxygen action.
L'Oreal is going to change the way you cover gray. Now you have Avantage. Look closely. See natural-looking color, beautiful tones and highlights. See the color that was always yours, even better. Color that washes away gradually. It's gentle, no peroxide, no ammonia. Turn gray to your advantage. Avantage from L'Oreal.
And I'm worth it.
Yes, Hal. Okay. I'll be there in about an hour. All righty. Bye.
Margot, I didn't want to get into this with Bob around, but what is this sudden rush for a divorce?
I just think the sooner I end our marriage, the faster I can get on with my life.
And what kind of life is that going to be without Tom?
It'll probably be lonely at first, but then it'll change.
Oh. Well, you take it from someone with experience. It doesn't change that fast.
Is John in his office?
Yes, I think he is in the office, and I don't think you should speak to him about this.
So, instead of taking a lunch break, I'd like to observe the triple bypass that Fraser's doing in OR2, if that's all right with you.
No, it's not all right with me. 2 residents have already been assigned.
Well, Dr. Hughes, can I say something?
Go ahead, you will anyway, Peretti.
I know that well, we kind of got off on a wrong foot, and I know that you and Dr. Dixon aren't exactly the best of friends.
What is this leading up to?
I'm getting to that. I also had a run-in with your daughter, which probably didn't help things much.
Look, I'm not turning down your request for any personal reasons. Let me make a suggestion. Why don't you just calm down and get to know the way we run this hospital before you try to change everything? It'll be easier on both of us.
Yeah, maybe. But did you get a chance to look at the suggestions I left on your desk?
I haven't had time. It's 26 pages long.
It's only 25, and they were very carefully thought out, I might add.
Peretti, what I'm trying to say to
No,
you...
just wait a minute. Let me finish. I also talked to the residents, and we've come up with an idea that, well, could help save you from this kind of conversation in the future.
Well, Lord knows I'd be grateful for that. What is it?
Well, we've decided that a suggestion box outside your door and also the residence lounge could ease everybody's frustration around here.
Okay, I think that's great. I'll even nail them up personally.
Good, good, good. Well, I got some other good news for you. Instead of having the interns and residents come to you individually, we've elected a spokesman.
Wonderful.
Good, I'm glad you like the idea. Because it's me.
Excuse me, Rex Whitmore would like to see you in his office.
Thanks, Lila.
See ya. Hey, Margot, how you doing?
Oh, just about the same as the night I was almost your roommate.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Yeah, not great.
Well, you look good.
I think this is the sunniest spot, don't you?
I think your crew probably thought we were crazy, don't you?
Who cares? What do you think of that view?
Oh, it's incredible.
I'll give you the full tour of the house a little bit later, and then we'll pick up your new wheels. Where's the corkscrew?
Here.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's nice to see you so happy.
Yeah.
But, I can't help but worrying when you spend so much money all at once.
Well, and you got it, you flaunt it. Now over there, you see where that old beech tree is?
Yeah.
That's where I think we put in our swimming pool. Over there, figures we're going to put in the playground for Danny and her little brothers and sisters.
Uh-huh.
And we got a 4-car garage with the servants' quarters on top and a big circular driveway so we can see everybody who's coming up, and then we just decide whether or not we're in the mood for company.
Well, which part of the mansion are we in now?
This huge space that we are in is the master bedroom closet.
Oh. Yeah, but do you think it's really big enough?
Absolutely. Come on. Well, I'm going to buy you a lot of fur coats and gowns.
Well, so we can always enlarge it.
Yes, we can.
Good.
And I ordered a wall safe for your jewelry.
I think you've come down with a serious case of spring fever.
No.
Yes,
no.
yes.
This is what love does to me. I'm sorry if I've been kind of down lately. I don't want you getting worried.
Well, all I want to do is to be part of your life. And, you know, if something's worrying you, I want to know what's causing it.
Nothing. Except that the crew's going to be back in an hour.
So?
So I thought that I'd like to make love to you in our new house.
No.
Why not?
This isn't just spring fever. You're certified.
No, I'm just a man who is very much in love with his gorgeous bride.
It'll be wise of you to get out of my way.
Not until I say something about
I
what happened
don't
last night.
want an apology.
You're not getting an apology. What happened last night happened because I love you. And because I want you and only you. Do you understand me?
Why don't you go and tell that to Barbara? I have to go back to work.
Okay. Detective Hughes, why don't you tell me why Hobson took Roy Franklin off the Cummings case?
What? When?
Last night.
I don't believe that Hobson took Roy Franklin off the Cummings case.
Neither do I.
Why would they do a thing like that? Roy's been on the case since the very beginning. He's such a good policeman.
I don't know why Hobson does most of the things that Hobson does.
What are you thinking?
Not even Hobson's crazy enough to do what I'm thinking.
If it's extra crunchy peanut butter for your extra special ones, you ought to know about the difference.
The difference is just a nut of your crunch. That says you mean the world to me. It's the only crunch for your special bunch with that taste more peanutty.
She loves crunchy peanut butter with great big peanutty chunks, so it's got to be Jif.
Of all the big brands, Jif Extra Crunchy's got more bigger chunks, more crunchy peanut taste.
The crunchier Jif, it's in Jif.
Have you heard? It's deliciously new. Dunkin' Nuts Double Temptation for you. Dark chocolate brownie and in the same bite. Rich peanut butter, it'll tempt you twice.
The smooth creamy batter to Dunkin' Nuts.
Add the peanut butter, swirl it, it's divine.
It's so moist, it's our best.
It's peanut butter chocolate and here's the rest. Mint chocolate brownie and milk chocolate too.
3 Dunkin' Nuts brownie temptations for you. Come on and try them. They're new.
I don't use fabric softener anymore. Bold 3 has softener built in, but I use liquids. I get cleaning and softener in one. Why don't they bottle it?
We bottled it. New Liquid Bold 3, a stain-fighting detergent and full-strength fabric softener specially formulated to work together.
So clean.
Clean that gravy stain.
So soft.
Feels terrific.
Control static.
Who needs separate softener?
Bold 3 detergent plus fabric softener. So good, we bottled it.
I said, clean my new fiberglass tub with Comet. And a leading fiberglass maker said, yes. I said, it'll scratch. And they said, this is new Comet. It's tough on stains and safer. Watch. Here's porcelain with greasy food stains and a delicate acrylic with soap film. Now, new Comet versus a leading scouring cleanser. They were scrubbed, then rinsed. The other cleanser left a stain and dull scratches. New Comet shows only clean. So then I said, new Comet still gets them cleaner. Now cleans them safer.
Thank you for listening to me. It just feels so good to talk about this, especially with my sister.
Well, you can talk to me anytime you want.
Thanks. That'll help me a lot.
Now, Lily, I want you to understand what I was saying before. It's not that you should be ashamed of your feelings. But I also wasn't saying for you to give in to them. You have to find some way to control them.
I just feel like this problem that I have, it's just because I haven't had anybody to belong to.
What about Dusty?
Well, yes, Dusty, but it's different. It's different. With Holden, I feel so weird inside. My knees start knocking and I can't breathe.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Something inside of me says, go for it, you know, so you can finally belong to somebody.
Oh, really? That's tempting. But it's not the answer.
Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
Well, this is personal business, and if you don't want to answer, I'm sure.
Really, go on.
Were you... trying to find the words. Did you ever sleep with anybody before you were married?
Sierra? Hey, Lil.
Craig! Craig, we're here.
Kid, how are you? How
Good,
you
how are
doing?
you?
What are you doing? I've been looking all over for you,
Well,
two.
we've been talking. It's so good to see you.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, so what's going on? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was talking to Sierra, and I feel much better.
Good. I heard you had a problem with your mom, huh?
Who told you that?
Jane.
Jane!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
No. You know what else? Come here. It's a secret.
What's
right?
the secret? What?
As I was climbing up the hill over there,
Yeah, yeah.
I think I spotted Iva's car.
You're
going
kidding!
up the
You're kidding. She must have come home to visit me in our lunch hour. Do you mind if I go back to
Of course not. You go right ahead.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for everything,
Oh,
Sierra.
sure. Here, for you.
Thanks.
Bye.
See ya. I'm real glad that she's got you to talk to. Jane says that Lucinda doesn't have much time for her, you know.
Well, I love being here for her. I love seeing you with her.
She's a good kid.
Yeah, she really is. What are you thinking?
Honest?
Yeah.
You've never been more beautiful than you are right now at this very moment. You comfortable with my saying that?
No. I think it's late. I've got to get back to the stables before I...
Holden, are you in there? Holden, are you... What are you doing?
Waiting for you.
I'm sorry, Miss Snyder, but Mrs. Walsh is resting right now.
I will wait.
Well, it could be quite a while before she's up. You know, she hasn't been feeling very well, so...
I have all the time in the world, believe me.
Polite excuses won't do with this one. You can leave us. I will see her. Now, Miss Snyder, why have you come to my house uninvited?
I gave you a warning a week ago not to try to hurt my family or me, and you are ignoring that warning.
I believe that your pretty brother is still working in my stable.
What were you doing at the bank today, seeing Mr. Brewster?
That was my business, not your business.
Oh, and why are you taking those jobs away from Steve and giving them to Tad Channing?
Because he's a much better builder.
Oh. You know, I don't know why I came here and thought I could get an honest answer. Lily, who you claim to love, who never got any love.
I don't claim to love Lily. I love Lily, and she is my child, and you don't love her. You and your family are using my daughter to your advantage.
The hardest thing that I ever had to do in my life was send her back to you today.
Oh, gosh, my heart is broken. But not really, because I know what you are. You're the same little tramp that gave away your kid for money. Who are you going to tell what to do now, my dear?
I am going to tell Lily the truth. That's what I'm going to do. Let go of me. You just watch me. Just watch.
Turn on the juice, let it flow. Turn on the juice, let it go. Orange juice for your body. Turn it on to keep fit. Turn it on all you want. It's got a taste that won't quit. Turn it on. Turn on the juice. Turn on the juice.
America's turning on to 100% pure orange juice, which carries Florida's seal of approval. That means juice packed to standards even higher than the federal government.
Turn it on. Turn on the juice. Look for the seal.
Now the best buys are easier to find at Kmart. Just look for the Super K.
I found Super K savings on Gitano tops and Gitano bottoms. Just $7 to $11 plus a $3 rebate.
Super K savings all through Kmart.
Presenting Marigore Bowl from Taster's Choice. Superior gourmet coffee beans are roasted long and dark for a strong, smooth cup of coffee. Marigore Bowl. The choice for taste is Taster's Choice.
Saturday.
Killer was wearing bright blue running shoes.
Harry's on the trail of a bad lady's killer.
He's trying to push us over the edge.
Jane Meadows guests, crazy like a fox. Then, Angie Dickinson, a politician who pays for love, trapped in a mystery of passion, murder, and a touch of scandal, all Saturday. Two lovers on a rendezvous with destiny. A woman ahead of her time. A pioneer driven beyond all limits. Richard Chamberlain, Dream West, Sunday.
Stay tuned for Capital. Next on most of these CBS stations. Earrings by Mont d'Or for contemporary creations. Furs by Christie Brothers. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.